I take that gun. The gun is very, very heavy.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Right? Okay. Mark.
Follow them. Okay.
You go behind.
How you can one by one follow together, that's very tough because they need to control the horse. So they have to follow this leader. So they have to follow the order of a leader. They have to control the horse, and then they can follow the leader. If they cannot control the horse, and then they cannot follow the leader. Whoa. 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 Wow. Wow. Oh.
My brakes stopped working. Return. Saber. So there's a couple different differences. There's differences between the different branches with artillery, with infantry, and especially cavalry. Cavalry was one of the most expensive troopers to outfit. You have the horse, you have the uniform, you have all the weapons, you have the blankets, and also the feed. To feed a infantryman, to outfit him, to give him his weapon is a lot cheaper and more economically efficient than it were to have outfit a cavalryman. And that's why the gentleman to my left it's easier for him to basically look like an infantryman than to have a gentleman like Joe over here with his yellow pipe and his mounted service jacket and all the things that go along with that. So going over some of the weapons and some of the accoutrements that, Joe, if you want to go front and center, and then turn your horse to the right, please. You can see he has his bedroll, his haversack, the canteen that he's not wearing. All of these things you would carry on yourself. No one's carrying it for you. You're going out on reconnaissance. You're scouting. You have to be self-sufficient. You have to be able to carry your own food for a certain amount of time before you get resupplied. A cavalry trooper is equipped with a couple different weapons. Can anybody tell me the first weapon of a federal cavalryman? Yes.
Sword.
Yes, that's one of them. But the primary weapon.
Pistol.
Close.
Rifle.
There you go. Carbine. Now there were several different carbines during the Civil War. Mike, if you want to go front and center and turn your horse to the left. That is a Sharp's carbine. You want to throw the action? It is loaded from the breech. It is not loaded from the muzzle. Private, if you want to step forward, please. What he's demonstrating is the proper speed of what an infantryman is supposed to load his rifle. We can outfire them, but we can't outfire their range. The effective range on a rifled musket was 400 yards. Roughly around 400.
Some of them are cited after 1,000. So
yeah. So, but the effective range is around 400 to 500 yards. A effective range of a carbine is about 150 to 200 yards. Effective. Now they might open up a little bit before that, but the effectiveness is around that range. So when operating one of those carbines, you're positioning yourself so the enemy is right on top of you, so they're not outgunning you with the range. The second weapon of a cavalryman, can anybody tell me that?
So,
The pistol.
pistol.
Draw. Pistol.
Oh. Wow.
So
Pistol.
the pistol that we're carrying right now is called. So we have Colt. John,
No
you have
weapon
a
to war.
Remington. The mainstay pistol of the Federal Cavalry was the Remington 44. They also had different types of pistols, star pistols, different types of Remingtons. What else am I missing? Well, yeah, they had Colts. But the mainstay pistol was the Remington. Confederates had a lot of Colts, and they had a lot of imports from overseas. Yeah, well, the Lamat. Yeah, there was only like 200 of those. Return pistol. The third weapon
So,
of cavalryman. Can anybody tell me that?
Sword.
Draw.
yes. The
Oh.
Is a saber. Now, saber is not meant for poking. It's not meant for anything like that. It's meant for slashing. It's a slashing motion. And the objective is to get right on top of the enemy and be able to maim him, not to cut into him. Because if you break someone's collarbone, his buddy's going to come over and help him out. So you're killing two birds with one stone if you're maiming someone. But if you stab somebody, you're probably going to lose your saber in that person. Return, saber. Now, can anybody tell me what you have to do with a saber to use it?
hand in the back.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to get close. Now, if we're fighting cavalry on cavalry, that's one thing. And we're fighting cavalry that has their sabers drawn, and we go into a saber melee. But if we see infantry, detail, fix, bayonet.
Oh.
John and Joe, just wheel back a little bit. Detail, left face. Guard against cavalry. Here. The reason why we don't charge these guys, they got these big pointy things. And it's not going to feel too good. So when you have a large formation of infantry, carry arms. Order arms in place rest. If you have a large body, a battalion, a regiment of infantry, and we go charging at them, that Napoleonic concept of a large mass of cavalry charging these guys is false. We would get mowed down by volley fire or the mass fire of infantry, and then they got these big pointy things called bayonets. So the whole movie idea of John Wayne idea of us running into infantry is just that's Hollywood. The fourth weapon and last weapon of a cavalryman. Can anybody tell me that?
Dagger?
No. No. Who? A horse? A horse.
Oh.
Oh, I guess.
So this guy, as you've seen, the four of us charging at the canter, roughly 20 miles an hour. It's a lot of momentum. It's like getting hit with a car, but with hooves. And at the Battle of Brandy Station, which I was mentioning before, you had a lot of incidents where fellows were getting knocked off their horses and trampled to death. Because you have a 900 to a 1,200 pound animal. Hammy right there is a 1,900 pound animal.
Wow.
That's a lot of meat. So you get hit by that, it's not going to be pretty. In closing, what I'd like to say is thank you folks for coming out, helping support history, bring the away from not firing anywhere near you. Oh, 9 times. Oh. You gave the command load 9 times. They'll go through the steps one after another. After this, they'll just give the command load. They automatically load as quick as they can. Handle, archers. All this took a lot of practice. Good volunteer company or regiment takes 3 to 6 months of training when you're ready to go to battle. Doesn't mean they always got through it. Going into battle, having just been issued their muskets the week before, and they were thrown into battle. And of course, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to hurt yourself or get wounded. It takes a lot of training. The drill manual is this thick. Shows you what we're doing here is the basic company drill. Then you have to learn battalion drill, work with the other 9 companies, working as a regiment, moving back and forth and not getting in each other's way. Then you have to learn how to work as a brigade, 2 or more regiments on the field. They were commanded by a general. First way you develop fire is all the weapons all at once. Ready!
Whoa!
That's the maximum firepower delivered on the enemy. Great. Then, now they gotta wait till the weapons get loaded again. While that happens, around out there, closing in. They could also be going around your flank. You know what's the problem with the tactics of this? All the firepower is in front. There's none to the sides or rear. So if the enemy gets on your flank, you're like a flank attack. They're going to get chances to win the battle if they turn your line and push you off the battle. So there are ways of varying the fire to keep the enemy under fire all the time. Rank fire. Firing by rank. Clear rank. Ready. Hey.
he can alter the front rank and rear rank back and forth. Quicker fire on the enemy, just less of it.
Ready! Hey!
Working a Civil War musket was a dirty, nasty job. The black powder is like goo after it's fired. And you're ramming the bullets down one after another. It gets harder and harder, especially with a rifle. Your hand gets covered with all the black soot. Your mouth, because you're tearing open the cartridges. The barrels get very hot. The black powder is very inefficient. It generates a lot of heat. Another way of firing is firing by files. Front rank, make a file.
Firing by file.
You'll have a ripple effect up and down the line. Each company would be doing that. Constant fire on the enemy.
Come on. Fire.
Oh.
They'll keep firing. They give the command ceasefire. This is the most common way of firing on the enemy. If you had 9 other companies lined up, they'd all be going back. They would take turns. First, the third, the fifth, and then the second. So it was a ripple effect up and down the rank. They weren't taught to aim.
他这个很，你知道他那枪杆很，他必须要清那个枪杆，要不然会射不出去。
Rifle fire was the biggest killer in the war. What happened was most of the men, the tactics were trained around this weapon, which is a screw port. This is what they had at the beginning of the war, especially the Army. They've been making this for about 12 years. It's accurate to 50 yards and might kill somebody to 150. So big very inaccurate, deadly at close range, but that was about it. The problem is, by 1850, both sides have rifle muskets. They have a rifle in the tube, there's a mini ball, which is like half a football range. Now it's accurate to 150 yards, but it's still out to 1,000. You never get close enough to engage the enemy with a bayonet. That used to be the standard way of fighting. Firepower on the enemy, close in with the bayonet, the battle will be decided by the bayonet. They were actually taught how to defend with the bayonet, which is considered that important. By the time of the Civil War, the bayonet is obsolete. Makes a good candle holder and you can dig a trench.
Hey! Fire! Prime!
One more company volley. Now he's going to prime. He's just going to put a percussion cap on like I did to make sure all the weapons are clear. When you're in the ranks like this, a lot of times you won't know your musket didn't go off.
Hey! Fire!
If somebody's gun was still loaded, we don't want to take that back to camp. So he'll prime again until all the weapons are clear. We know they're safe. Regiment, you had 9 other companies, all the officers being back.
他们只要走过来这里，好像是。
Commanding the whole regiment.
Forward! March! Halt! Present! Arms!
That's our presentation this afternoon. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
Overloading blank. We would have had 60 grains of black powder and a musket or mini ball.
Look.
You had to have your front teeth to be an infantryman. You really have to
Oh yeah. If soldier doesn't have feet, cannot be soldier. Because you need to break like this, you know. Look, you open that, you know. You see? You pull it.
This is for bullet.
The bullet here. There is a powder, gunpowder.
Oh, gunpowder.
You know, yeah, after this, you see that?
Oh, push.
See? Push this powder inside.
very important.
And,
You have to do that in the heat of battle and fire your rammer down range. You can't load again. And that used to happen a lot for volunteers who were working training. The weapon's now loaded, but you still have to prime it. We've gotten away from the old flintlock system, which is very unreliable in damp weather, which happens a lot in Pennsylvania and Virginia. We've gotten the old newer system called percussion caps. Little cap hatch, the brass cap, which is the top hat. Thing called fulminate of mercury in there. You pull the hammer back.
Oh!
Spark goes down the chamber. Powder explodes. The bullet comes out. A good soldier can do that 3 times in a minute.
3 times.
Oh.
Prime.
Okay, look.